Well, folks, we're back. It's another exciting season of Survivor, and of course, your man, Rob Kolbeck, is going to be involved.
Hi, I'm Jenny Bai, and I'm 28 years old. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and I'm only here for one reason. I'm not here to make any friends. I'm not here to make any acquaintances. I'm just here to win.
They say third time is a charm, and I'm hoping that's true. I'm back again for the third out of 3 seasons of Quarantine Survivor.
I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I work in marketing, and I am back for round 3.
My name is Audrey. I am 29 years old, and I am from Atlanta, Georgia. This is Jenny over here. She's also going to be making a lot of appearances, I imagine.
My name's Trevor, and I'm here to play Survivor. I've been up here in my loft for a good chunk of the quarantine, and even though it's nice to have a pillow fortress of solitude, I am in need of a new challenge.
It's fans versus favorites. There's going to be blind sides. There's going to be romance. And of course, there's going to be heartbreak.
Oh, here we are, back on the porch, filming a confessional, except this time it's 30 degrees, wearing a jacket, and it's Survivor Fans vs. Favorites, Season 3. I'm not positive about who's playing this season, so I'm really excited to see who I'm playing with.
Oh, hello there. Just getting done with our shopping trip at Trader Joe's, our favorite fun quarantine activity, socially distant and masked up.
Well, I left season 1 of Survivor fully content with that being the end of my Survivor career. But here we are. I'm back.
Hi everybody, I'm Sammy. I'm 25. I work as a school counselor. Good to know that the people love me and that I'm considered to be a favorite.
Hi, my name is Laura. I am a creative designer at a PR agency in New York City, and also a musician.
Hi, I'm Levi Warner from Chicago, Illinois, and this is my first season on the show.
My name is Ashley. I am 27 years old, and I'm a personal trainer, which means I'm strong at mind, strong will, strong heart, strong muscles.
Things that I've been doing this quarantine, mainly working remote, saw a lot of family early on, and cooking, and listening to a lot of 80s rock music.
In terms of strategy, I think coming in as a fan is going to be towards my advantage. Not only do I know how all the favorites will play, but I also have a very solid foundation of Survivor knowledge, being the super fan that I am.
There's a lot of people who've played before, so I'm just hoping they haven't learned from their past mistakes.
Did I learn anything from my first trip through Survivor? No. Did I study season 2 to learn a little bit more about the gameplay machinations? No. Have I trained at all for season 3 in any way? No. Am I mentally prepared during this particular part of year, which is very busy for my professional life, to spend hours per day, per week, going through a game that will almost certainly destroy more friendships than I already have playing Survivor? No. But we're in it now.
Last season, although I got second, it was rough. I was being protected by people that were very close to me. So I really am just gonna try to carve a path for myself.
My strategy going into this, be scrappy.
React as things happen and not try and nail myself into a certain alliance early on.
I think I was too stuck on my alliance last time. I think that nobody was ready to make a big move and backstab, betray. I'm ready to do that. Whoever wants to work with me, I want to work with you.
Even if someone is on the chopping block, I'll hear them out. I always think that no one ever gets pagonged. No one ever is able to push them all the way off the cliff. So there will always be a turning point.
If I can survive CrossFit, I can survive anything.
I'm going to probably be the target of other folks who want to have a sacrificial pawn at their side. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's not going to be me at the end of the day.
I'm out for the bragging rights. I want to be able to say that I won a season of Survivor.
I'm excited to play, excited to see the people I get to play with, meet some new friends, see some old friends, see some old enemies.
I plan to work with Rob. I would really love to see him win this.
Third time in, and this is my time to finally reach the end and claim my throne.
Let's have fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Survivor Quarantine Island Season 3, Fans versus Favorites. I do want to go over a couple housekeeping things very quickly. I want to keep everyone's communication in the game strictly on Discord. Your ability to prove that you have been using Discord as opposed to texting or FaceTiming will be important later in the game. And finally, in the spirit of full transparency, we're going to reveal the first twist of the game up front. We are not doing Edge of Extinction, but we are doing Redemption Island. So what this means is when you're voting someone out, you are not sending them to the jury. You are sending them to Redemption Island, where they will wait for another contestant to join them there. When we have two contestants on Redemption Island, they will do a one-on-one duel challenge, and the loser of that challenge will then go to the jury. If you are on Redemption Island, you will not be at Tribal, so you will not be learning anything about the game prior to your ability to come back into the game. Let's start with you in the red chair, Mr. Eric, back from Season 1. Welcome back.
Great to be here, Jeff. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I thought I was done with the game after Season 1. Was pretty proud of my performance. Missed Season 2 on a spiritual walkabout through the Outback. But I thought that was really going to be how I spent the next 5 to 10 years of my life. But had an epiphany there, and here I am.
Woman in the glasses with the Georgia thing on the wall decal. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Audrey Brazel. That's how you pronounce that weird last name.
So, Audrey, are you familiar with any of the players who are here who have played before? Have you watched any of the older seasons?
I've seen little clips here and there this weekend, and that's about it. I recognize some of these people, yeah. I'm going to try to go as blind as possible so I don't have any preconceived notions of everybody. So I'm just going to see how it goes. I don't know.
All right, let's see. You in the blue backwards hat. What's your name? What do you do?
My name's Levi Warner. Proud to be here. Big fan of the show, and just excited to get it going. I live in Chicago, friendly guy, and I'm friends with Philip and Rob, and come from that Atlanta group.
Sammy, you came into Season 2 with no prior Survivor experience, and you did pretty well for yourself. How are you?
Yes.
How are you coming into this season a little bit differently?
Yeah, I think the whole Sammy doesn't know anything about Survivor, she doesn't even know how people are voted out, was really a big advantage for me last time. I've lost a lot of my edge now. So I don't know what my gameplay is going to be. I'm just going into this blind, not sure what to do, what my story is. Just here to have a good time, honestly. Happy to see some friends again.
Let's move on to what we're going to do first. And I think we're going to learn a lot about each other just in this first activity. Even if you didn't get a chance to formally introduce yourself to everyone, we are going to do the first Survivor Quarantine auction. Each player is going to start with 500 Survivor dollars. This money will not be good for anything else in the game, so use it now or don't use it at all. This is your only chance to use it. It will have no value for you outside of this auction. The auction will end unannounced at my discretion. We are not allowing players to give each other money. You can only bid with what you have left. I need bids to be announced audibly with a raised hand. Items may be revealed after the bidding ends, or they might be kept secret at my discretion. And then finally, this is an unlikely scenario, but if 2 or more players max out on their money and the bid ends in a tie, we will draw rocks for the item. Let's get this thing started. The Survivor auction is officially on. Item number 1. This is the only clue that you'll get. All items will stay hidden. Who wants to play dirty?
$20, Jeff.
Julie, $20.
40.
Jenny with 40.
60.
60.
Sammy first to 60.
80.
Trevor with 80.
100.
Laura with $100 for the first item of this auction.
120.
Sammy with 120. I like it.
140.
Jenny goes up to 140.
160.
Right now, Julie ups the price on item 1 to 160. 160 going once. 180 for Mr. Single. 180 going once. 180 going twice. Sold to Mr. Eric Single. And we're going to go ahead and keep this item covered. Item number 2. Who is non-confrontational?
If everyone's okay with me starting, I'll take 20.
$20 to Trevor.
40.
Jenny with 40.
60.
I got Ashley first at 60.
80.
80 for Laura.
100.
100.
I heard Sammy first, 100.
120.
Jenny with 120.
you did it.
140.
Trevor with 140.
160.
Ashley with 160. 160.
180.
Okay, 180 for Trevor. 180 going once.
200.
I heard Phil first, 200. 200 going once.
20.
220 to Julie.
Me. 2 whatever it is.
240 for Sammy. 240 going once. 240 going twice.
260.
260 to Trevor. My goodness, this is half of the amount of money you have for this auction, and it's all going on the second item. 260 going once. 260 going twice. Sold. Item number 2, which, we'll keep that one hidden as well, for $260 to Mr. Trevor. Who is ready to bet on themselves?
20.
We've got $20 to Ashley, $40 to Julie.
I think I got 150. I think 60. Sorry, 160.
160 to Laura, jumping way up there.
180.
100.
180, 200 to Julie is what I heard.
220.
220 for Laura.
240.
240 for Ashley. 260 for Julie. 260 going once. 260 going. 280 to Jenny. Here we go. 280.
300.
300 to Julie. Will anyone top 300 for this lovely covered item that may or may not be revealed? 300. 320 for Jenny. 320 going once. 320.
340.
340 to Julie. It's a Julie and Jenny showdown. 340 going once. 340 going twice.
360.
360 to Jenny. Will Julie raise it up even more? 360 going.
400.
400 to Julie. 400 going once. 400 going twice. Sold for 400 Survivor dollars to Julie. Wow, 400. So Julie, let me ask you, that was a lot of money you just dropped on one item. What was your mindset there for this? Why this item?
I'm ready to bet on myself.
Well, I sure hope so, because let's reveal this one. You just won a challenge disadvantage, but it's not just any challenge disadvantage. This is a disadvantage that might affect all of you. So this disadvantage will only apply to you at the merge. If you're voted out prior to the merge, you must bestow this challenge disadvantage to another player still in the game. This is a legacy disadvantage. Whoever has this disadvantage at the merge will have to deal with that disadvantage in the first immunity challenge as one tribe. Item number 4, who's a chatty Cathy? And let's start this. I'm sorry, let's shake this up a little bit. We're gonna start this bidding at $50.
Go for 50.
500.
Woo. 500 for Mr. Rob Colbeck. Does anyone want to match him?
I'll go for Rob. I'll go for 500 too.
Wow, 500 for Sammy and 500 for Rob. We're gonna close it down there. We've got a mono e womano showdown for one item, and we're gonna draw rocks to figure out who gets it. So Rob, since you were the first person who bid, I'm gonna give you the option. We are gonna draw for rocks. I've got a quarter in one hand and I've got a penny in another. This is my left, this is my right. I'm gonna shake these things up and then you're gonna pick one hand. And if the hand has the quarter, you get this item. This is my left, this is my right. Rob, which hand has the rock you want?
I'll take the right.
You'll take the right. The right, I'm sorry to tell you, is the penny. Sammy is going to get this item for a whopping 500 Survivor dollars. So Sammy, you've got to feel pretty good about this.
At least I don't have to make any more decisions.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. How would you feel about trading this item? You just dropped 500 Survivor dollars on this item, but I do have this other item here that you also might want. Do you want
I'm gonna keep it.
You're going to keep it.
Well, you can give me your pitch.
My pitch. Listen, it's your item entirely. It's entirely up to you.
I think I'll keep the one I just spent all my money on.
All right. Well, let's take a look at what you kept. The original item is a 15-minute video chat with alumni from the Quarantine Island Season 4 to talk about various topics such as snacks, fall trends, and fun facts about Canada. It's a pretty much useless video chat.
I get to chat with Shannon?
I mean, if you want to consider that an advantage, sure, but let's look at what you could have had. You could have had a 15-minute video chat with a member of the opposite tribe. You are officially out of money and out of this auction. Item number 5, who needs a pick-me-up?
200.
Whoa, okay, hold on now.
500.
Oh, no. Rob is up to 500. Okay, is anyone going to match him at 500?
I'll do it.
Audrey is going to match Mr. Rob at $500 for this item number 5. The only clue being who needs a pick-me-up. So we're going to do the same thing as last time. Rob, you were the first person to bid $500. So once again, you've got a quarter and you've got a penny. You're trying to find the quarter. This is my left. This is my right. Which hand do you want?
I'll take the left.
Rob, you are just really struggling. You found the penny once again. Audrey is going to get this item for a whopping $500. Who likes to be the early bird? And we're going to start the bidding on this item for $50. $50.
200.
200 to Claire.
250.
I'll do 300.
300 to Levi.
400.
400 to Claire.
450.
Let's go to 500, Jeff.
500 to Levi.
500.
Okay, and it's Levi versus Ashley. $500 for this item. Who likes to be the early bird? Levi, you were the first person to bid $500, so you will have to try to find the quarter and try to not find the penny. This is my left. This is my right. Which has the quarter?
L is for Levi, so let's go left.
You've got better luck than Mr. Rob. You found the quarter and you have won this item for $500. So Levi, why this item? You've actually been pretty silent for most of this auction. What about this item jumped out to you?
I am actually an early bird, and it's probably maybe something to do that might suit my strong suit, so to speak. So it's Survivor dollars, and you got to use it or lose it. So this felt like the best one to jump out at me.
All right, well, we're going to keep this item covered as well, and we're going to move on to our next item. Who's ready for the driver's seat? And
500.
500.
I said it first.
I heard Ashley and I heard Laura first. Here's the thing. You didn't let me finish. There are actually two of these items. So we're going to keep the three of you at 500. There is room for one more $500 bid if someone wants to take the shot at rocks.
500.
500 to Jenny, and that is it. Okay, so for our first item, we have Ashley versus Laura. Ashley, you bid first, so you are going to pick. This is my left, this is my right. Ashley, where is the quarter?
Right.
You are correct. And then we have our final showdown here. Rob, once again, you were the first person to bid 500. Here's hoping your luck turns around. All right, Rob, this is my left, this is my right.
I'll go with the left.
And fortune finally strikes Mr. Rob. You found the quarter, and you have also won this item. Who's ready for the driver's seat? And I think we're going to go ahead and reveal this item. What this means is Ashley and Rob are going to be team captains who are now responsible for picking tribes. This Survivor auction is closed. Ashley, Rob, the two of you bid on what ended up being the last item of the auction, and now the two of you are going to do a schoolyard pick as team captains. Ashley, let me start with you because you are brand new to the game. Did you think you'd be in a power position already?
Kind of, just because my personality suits that.
And Rob, how are you feeling getting to dictate how your tribe looks from the onset of the game? This must be pretty big for you.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, obviously, I've always been in control of this game. This just cements that. So looking forward to having a team of winners, and do not foresee us going to tribal anytime soon.
All right, well, let's pick those tribes and figure out who exactly you're going to be trying to keep out of tribal. Ashley, you're up first. Who are you picking?
I'm gonna pick Julie.
Ashley goes with Julie. Rob, you're up.
I'll take Levi.
I'm gonna go with Trevor.
I'll take Audrey.
Claire.
Go for Phil.
Eric.
Okay, I'll take Laura.
I'll take Jenny.
I'll take Sammy.
Rob takes Sammy, and
Krista,
that leaves...
Thank you.
Well, hold on now. This is interesting because we do have 13 people. So I think it's only fair that we let Krista decide which of these two teams she goes to. You have Ashley's tribe of Julie, Trevor, Claire, Eric, and Jenny. Or you can join Rob's tribe of Levi, Audrey, Phil, Laura, and Sammy.
You know, I would love to have the joy of being on Rob's team. So I'm going to go with Rob.
And just like that,
Happy to have you.
Krista joins Rob's tribe. Interesting. Okay, so we have our two tribes. Ashley, your tribe will wear orange and you will be Gota. Rob, your team will wear purple, and your tribe name will be Bikal. So here's what's going to happen now. I think it's probably best if we give each other some time to get to know one another. There's a lot of new faces. I'm going to put you each into breakout rooms where you can formally introduce yourselves, get to know each other a little bit, and also strategize on what you're going to do for our first tribal challenge of Survivor Season 3. What we are going to do for our first challenge as tribes is Flip Cup, but not just any Flip Cup. Everyone's Flip Cup game is going to have to be just a little bit better tonight. You're going to be flipping 2 cups each, and you must land both cups consecutively. That means if you flip the first cup and get it, and then you flip the second one and miss, you've got to flip the first one again. It's winner take all, 1 round. First tribe to flip all of their cups wins tribal immunity, and the losers will join me on Thursday for the first tribal council of Survivor Quarantine Season 3. Bikal, you have 7 members. Krista is sitting out this challenge. Shannon, can you tell me the order for Bikal?
Yes, it is Audrey, Levi, Laura, Phil, Sammy, and Rob at the end.
And for Gota, we will have in order Julie, Ashley, Claire, Jenny, Trevor, and Eric. All right, Shannon will be watching Bikal. I will be watching Gota. Let's get this thing started. Survivors ready. Go. So we have Julie and Audrey. And Julie hits. Julie is good. Ashley, you can go. Ashley gets her first. Doesn't get the second. Audrey still struggling on those first cups. A simple flick of the wrist is all this takes. It doesn't look like much, but when you got to do it twice in a row, it's much harder than it seems. Audrey gets the first, can't quite land the second. Ashley gets the second. Claire, you're up. Bikal still on their first flips. Audrey struggling with even that first cup. Julie and Ashley.
Audrey's good. Levi, go.
Audrey finally clears out.
Sorry, everyone.
Clears out first. Claire's good. Jenny, you go.
Audrey, please turn off your camera.
Sorry.
Jenny lands the first, can't land the second. Levi still going for Bikal. Levi just barely misses on the second cup. Jenny gets both cups.
Yeah,
She's
Jenny.
done. Trevor is up.
It's good. Laura, go.
Levi, you can turn off your
Laura
camera.
is good. Phil, you may go.
Laura catches up a lot of
Phil
ground
is
for
good.
Bikal.
Sammy, go Sammy.
Sammy's now up. We're down to 2-on-2. We've got Trevor and Sammy going right now. Trevor has been on his cups for a while. And he lands the first one. Can he land the second? He does not. So close. Sammy's got a chance to really pull ahead here.
Sammy, you have to start. Okay.
Sammy gets the first, barely misses on the second. Trevor gets his first, barely misses his second. The second cup proving to be pretty tricky. But we're down to 2 players each. Sammy gets her first. Sammy gets her second. And it's down to Rob for Bikal. Trevor holding things up for Gota after Gota jumped to an early lead. Rob gets the first cup. Can't land the second one. Lands it again. That's it. Rob locks in the win for Bikal.
Let's go. Yeah.
Wow.
Big win. Big win.
Wow. What
Call
a
to comeback, baby.
first challenge. That was back and forth. That was so intense. Goda jumps out to an early lead, and
way to stick with it, everybody.
Just a string of clutch performances in the middle of the pack for Bikal, and Rob closes it out. Bikal, congratulations. You have won tribal immunity. Gota, sorry to say, one of your tribe members will be the first person voted out of Survivor Quarantine Season 3 and sent to Redemption Island, where that person will have a chance to get back into the game. It has been a wild first night for this season. I'm so excited for what's to come. Grab your stuff, head out to camp, and we'll see you Thursday.